Good morning, Twitch.tv. Good morning to YouTube as well. And of course, good morning, Mini Motorways. Let's go to Lisbon for today's daily challenge. We will start with 3 motorways, which is good because all of these destinations will be much busier, which means either very high scores or very short trips. That sounds about right. Good morning, Trombone Dalek. Trombone Dalek was here first. Always good to see Dalek here. We gave a raid last night after we played L.A. Noire. It turns out, shockingly, that L.A. Noire is a much more fun and enjoyable video game when you use the internet to find the books that give you a suit that takes away one of the wrong answers. So you can just, be better at the game. There were definitely times where I was like, oh, I understand this now. And there were also times where I very much needed the silly Dick Tracy hat in order to actually be good at the video game. But hey, you know what? I'm just using the mechanics. They put a thing in the game that was like, hey, if you do this, we'll give you a suit, and if you wear this suit, we'll take away one of the wrong answers. I didn't hack any code. I didn't rewrite any software. I didn't mod nothing. I just used the internet to discover and then find the existence of the books. It's fine. It's fine. It's totally on the up and up and up. We'll take a roundabout because I already had a couple of traffic lights. That will also be fine. Mute the mic so I can cough. Not a good idea to cough into an unmuted microphone if you can avoid it. Oh, goodness. Oh, it is Friday. It has been a week. Had 2 days off from work in the middle of it. One just because of randomness, and one because I was supposed to have jury duty yesterday, and then it got canceled, so I didn't have to do nothing, which is not the worst thing in the world. I was a little interested to see if I would even be allowed to serve on a jury, because I am not a lawyer, but I do work in a legal field, so it would have been interesting to see if I got a peremptory strike or something like that. But it was also nice to just have to discover that it was canceled and be able to stay home and pet the cat. And it's pretty much all I did yesterday, to be honest. I started replaying Dragon Age Inquisition. I have an eye toward playing Veilguard at some point. I had been telling myself that I wanted to play Dragon Age 2. You may remember way back in the day. I think it might have been earlier this year, which also counts as way back in the day. Point is, we played Dragon Age Origins on the channel. It's a good video game when it works, which means it's a good video game, I'd say a good 41% of the time. Trombone Dalek asks how Nora is. She is good. She's an adorable little kitty cat. She is currently curled up on her little window perch. Actually, Nora looks very nervous. Hi, Nora. What's wrong? Has it been so long since it rained that Nora forgot what rain is like? It's entirely possible that it's been so long since it rained that Nora forgot what rain is like. It's very cute, but also sad. Let's see here. This orange will come down here. We'll put a third orange going into this place. Over here, we've got all manner of craziness, actually. And again, I'll say, Now, all destinations are supposed to be much busier, so we might be benefited by having this go up into there. I think I know what I'm going to do if I get... Oh, hi. Well, that complicates matters. I've got 3 of these. Man, I'm going to regret not taking this motorway, but we're going to take a roundabout. We're going to take a roundabout right about now. We're going to murder and kill this piece of road. We're going to slap a roundabout right up this way. The roundabout that we've slapped right up this way will go like that. We have these 1, 2, 3 oranges come in from the east. This orange comes in from the southeast, this from the west, this from the south. You roundaboutize yourselves up to here, and then go up north into the orange circle. Meanwhile, we murder and kill all of this garbage nonsense and stick another roundabout, roughly here-ishly. If I stuck it a little bit further west, it would be a tree bulldozing roundabout. I could do it right here, but trees, bulldozing would be rude. So what we'll do is we'll have you come in from the northeast, you come in from the south, you also come in from the south, and then all of y'all go off west. And so we have 6 orange houses serving this business and 5 orange houses serving this business. And all of that should be fine. Trombone Dalek suggests that we will suffer the consequences of our upfucking, which, is inevitable. It's going to happen, both on a micro scale and a gestures vaguely at the world scale. Speaking of gesturing vaguely at the world, I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna say that's interesting. We'll see. And if you know, you know, and if you don't, I don't feel like talking about it. So, oh, buddy. It occurs to me that I have a morning talk show. It's kind of the idea that you talk in the morning on your morning talk show. Yeah, sure, fine. It's not like I can get in trouble with anyone. So TLDR, the International Criminal Court, has issued proper arrest warrants for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and their former defense minister, whose name escapes me. And that's gonna be interesting to see how that plays out. Because a whole bunch of countries are presently saying, yeah, we'll totally honor those should Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu just happen to show up on our doorstep. We'll totally arrest him. The United States has not said that. And also, none of those other countries are presently in a position of having to back up those words of theirs. So, it would be nice to think that if Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu was to pay a random unscheduled visit to, say, Canada, that he would wind up in, say, handcuffs. But, you'll forgive me if I'm a little skeptical of those claims. At the same time, this is not a check that Justin Trudeau's ass is gonna have to cash. And therefore, his mouth can write whatever he wants. Basically. But again, the deafening silence from Joe Biden is, consistent. Why, you might ask, hasn't the ICC issued a similar warrant for the provider of Mr. Netanyahu's weapons? Well, you know the answer to that. Come on now. The International Criminal Court, also the International Court of Justice. It's like literally The Hague, the war crimes people. They're like Netanyahu war crimes, which, yeah, that's happening. And they might or might not be interested in actually trying him for those. And at a certain level, that's also an amount of mouth check writing, knowing that ass will not need caching. But, it's in the ICJ's interests that the ICJ not appear completely toothless and powerless to do anything that the United States is opposed to. So, yeah. We'll see how that works out. How that's going to work out is that Benjamin Netanyahu's just going to hang out in Israel and maybe the US for a while. So, not much is going to change. But again, checks, mouth, asses, caching, that sort of thing. Now then, let's take... Got this dark blue business over here. Returning to matters I'm actually somewhat qualified to talk about, mini motorways. We've got this dark blue business down here, and it needs dudes. I don't really have a great way of supplying you with dudes, but we do have gumption, and that's something. Might not be much, but it is something. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel this business off of here, and we're going to have this business and this business. Grab motorway number 1. Motorway number 1 will slide down this way. So now we have 1, 2... Oh, hey, actually... That's very good and helpful. If a second one of you wants to spawn over here. Let's do that instead. Render unto me a 4th motorway. Thank you. Yov Gallant, that's the man's name, or perhaps Gallant. I'm gonna be honest, I had never heard of that man until this very day, and I will immediately proceed to once again forget that man's name. But yes, the International Criminal Court has determined that there is a credible possibility that he is guilty of war crimes, and as such has issued a warrant for his arrest. We'll see how that plays out. This yellow business over here has gone circular, which is, it's not great considering the heightened traffic levels that we're expecting, but in general it should be okay-ish. We do have the 4 of you right here. This over here is a light blue thing. Light blue thing can do this thing basically. We'll just bridge road down this way. And the 1, 2, 3 of you. Thank you for being 3 of you. Now then, 4 of you. Even better. This dark blue business is already a little mad on account of having been... Interesting. Okay, let's do a thing about stuff. I think what we're gonna do is a thing about stuff, as I previously said. We'll grab all of these, run down that away like so, and we'll bop just this. Having successfully bopped just this, this becomes a PCTL. Just as soon as that little divot goes away. Give me yet another motorway? Yeah, you always take a motorway over a bridge because you can use a motorway as a bridge, even if, like, sure, if I had a bridge, I would just bridge these grays. The fact that I don't have a bridge just means I will temporarily motorway it. Eventually, the game will be like, hey, do you want a bridge or some traffic lights? And at that point, I will take a bridge and we'll get this motorway back. Same with motorway number 3, which will ferry these 2 orange houses down this way to this orange business, for now. Until things inevitably, fall the fuck apart and break and everybody dies. But, that's not going to happen for another, 5 minutes or so. Motorway number 2 will schlep these 4 gray houses over this way, off in a westishly direction, down over here to this gray thing. That should be fine. A couple more grays over here for, Oh, hi. Oh, you decided to circle go, did you? Huh. Interesting. Not great, but, it perhaps could and should be okay. Ish. We do have 6 houses here. That's something, right? It counts as a thing. It certainly does count as a thing. All right, now, if we take these yellows right here, I think I can save a few road tiles, which is a good thing to do. You cut up that away. Okay, so now instead of these 3 houses supporting this business, and actually it had just been these 2, instead of these 2 houses supporting this business, we now have these 3 houses to support this business, which is better, hopefully, definitely. Do I get to cuddle Nora again today, or do I actually have to work? Both, because I work from home today, and most days, to be honest. It is it's somewhere between 25 and 40% of any given, not even, like there are some weeks where I don't have to leave the house for work, like this week. But, Nora has closed her eyes and is at least ostensibly trying to sleep. Daw, she's a kitty. Let's see here. These yellows will swing over here, grab this yellow business, should be fine. These 4 yellows are hanging in there, maintaining this nonsense. This blue house can point out that way and be a little bit more of a primary support vector for down over here. You can grab that, that's cool. This is a big ol' hunk of orange that nobody's using right now. I said orange. not gray. I did not say gray. I want it noted for the record. I did not say gray. All right, fine. So you, and you are going to hop motorway number, what's that, 5? The 1, 2, 3 of you are going to swing out this way. We did pull one house off of the road coming over this way. We'll replace that with these two bastards, I think. Actually, you know what? No, we'll do this, because this is the last line of defense for the grays. I was going to run the grays through here and like redo this bridge thing, but honestly, fuck that. So these two gray houses here, we'll just swing down here and zoop down in through that away. You are a light blue double business. That's what I was saying. You and you can take motorway number 6. We'll draw motorway number 6. I'm finally out of motorways. I have so many motorways that can easily be replaced by bridges. I just need to, like, get the bridges. But hey, it should be fine. This should all be completely and totally A-okay. One assumes. All right, you, and you are going to form the new motorway number 6. You also exist. Gross. All right, give me a bridge and 20 road tiles. Thank God. Now then, unfortunately, I don't think I can reclaim any of my existing motorways because we also need to get dark blues over to here. So what I'm gonna do, actually, hold on. I lied. We are gonna reclaim a motorway and we're gonna solve this right here. So first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna bulldoze this tree. Sorry, tree. You go out like that. These two dark blue houses right here, voop, voop, are gonna come down here. They're gonna replace this nonsense. This road remains intact, okay? This road remaining intact swings down over here. We're gonna use the bridge we just got to send these grays here out this way. And these grays here are going to 1, 2, 3, 4 themselves into this. That means that we've reclaimed motorway number 5, which, you may have guessed, we will rededicate thusly. Motorway number 5 will get these 3 dark blues over to this business. That, in turn, should be better. 6 will go there. This won't exist. 5 will be here. This business will be fine. Everything will be both dunky and hoary. You can go up that away. That should be cool. You are orange, which is okay. In an interesting way. In a, All right, there are ways to make this okay. It's just going to be a pain in the ass doing it. So we've got this big collection of 5 orange fucks right here, right? This big collection of 5 orange fucks right here will be positioned thusly to service this orange business. That then frees up these 2 orange houses to theoretically serve this. Motorway number 6, which is currently getting not nearly enough light blues, actually. Let's grab all of these. Motorway number 6, which is currently taking these 7 light blues to the southern entrance of this double plaza, can be moved so that it goes to the northern entrance of the double plaza, thereby freeing up this road space right here. This road space right here, however, must first be repurposed for the yellows. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab all of these yellow houses, run them up and over and in to this yellow business. So now the yellows go west around the double plaza into this yellow place right here. That's basically fine. These oranges here go up and over, and we bulldoze that tree. Sorry, tree. And in you go. You know, if I had infinite emotes and infinite money, I would commission a bulldozer emote for all of the trees we bulldoze. I should probably do that. That would be funny. I think I do have empty emote slots, too. Shit, that's actually a good, funny idea. Shit! Alright. If anybody watching wants to be commissioned for a bulldozer emote, I'm now taking pitches for bulldozer emotes. No, Sam. No, that is funny. You don't get to object to my funny joke. My funny joke was a funny joke. Oh, God. You know what else is objectionable is the presence of this gray thing. I was going to do something about that, but I realized that it's Sunday, so we might not have to. Maybe the good Lord will provide. We've got a motorway. Yay. Kind of lowish on road tiles. One could make the argument for taking a bridge, but I mean, again, motorways are just better bridges, so we'll take a motorway. Sam says that as long as his friend's cat lives with him, he can never sleep in. Every morning the cat meows for food or attention. Sam, I want to mention something. It's a cat. It's kind of what they do. It's kind of the whole point of cat. It's not entirely the whole point of cat. The whole point of cat, though, is the title of the episode. Have you considered the possibility that Lola was actually a caper? I think a caper is a fish, but anyway. Motorway number 7 is going to get these 1, 2, 3, 4 slightly mismatched grays over here into this gray house. It'll be fine. Everything's going to be A-okay. All right. Let's see here. So you two... Actually, these two are kind of hanging in there supporting this business, but I'm going to pull one of these oranges off anyway. We're going to pull this orange away from this roundabout situation because we've got all of these extra ones just kind of kicking around. So I feel very confident that this business will be just fine. Speaking of orange businesses that will be just fine, this business is also just fine. We've got plenty of cars and driveways and houses all around here. So this is totally A-okay. Oh, goodness. All right. Game, if you could get around to actually doing the, hey, do you want traffic lights or a bridge thing? Because, I mean, honestly, I'd probably take a bridge over a roundabout now. So, just throw me some bridges so that I can also reclaim some motorways, would you? That would be nice. Alpine. Bridge or a motorway? Nope. We'll take the motorway. Hey, that's one way to get a motorway, I suppose. I'm never going to complain too much about getting motorways. We do have a great many of them. Oh, goodness. I'm sorry. I don't remember when I said I just crotch-chopped the trolley problem. It was probably when we played Trolley Problem Inc. Because, you know, it's kind of the whole point of the video game is to metaphorically crotch-chop the trolley problem. But for all I know, it could have also been when we played The Outer Worlds, which is a thing we've done. All right, this light blue here can join this road going off that way. This has recently gone circular, which is basically fine. You know, we've got these dark blues here, but as you can see, we have cars and driveways, so I'm not overly concerned. Let's see here. This yellow business exists, which is, just dandy. What if you and you grabbed this and then the motorway number 8 of you swung down this way in like so. Alright. Ow! Ow again. Fat man back pain. Ow. What plagues every person of a certain weight? Fat man back pain. It's achy and creaky and definitely not great Fat man back pain. We'll take a motorway. Sunflower Space is noting that I've made a beautiful spaghetti for myself, which is true. It's been a while since I had spaghetti. Mostly because spaghetti's a very basic pasta, let's be honest with ourselves. Like, in a world of cavatappi and gemelli, spaghetti only goes so far. Spaghetti's still good, though. You know, don't... I'm not the one who said it, Sam! I'm not the one who said spaghetti. You can't blame me! It's like... I'm over here making up SpongeBob theme songs for Fat Man Back Pain. You can blame me for that. You can't blame me for freaking Sunflower Space saying spaghetti. Jeez. Zito's palms are sweaty, knees weak, curve is heavy. There's vomit on his uni already. Here comes Dave Rigetti. It's a joke for actually 0 people in the chat. Sam might get some of it, but does not know the provenance of that ridiculous reference. All right, let's take a bridge. So this blue thing over here is kind of fucked, but there's not much we can do about it. So we're kind of in a problem state, you know. I don't know the best way out to solve this problem. Yeah, okay, so the issue is, well, actually, it occurs to me we've got a whole bunch of extra light blues that have spawned over here to support this. I might be able to pull, and by pull I mean replace, all of these light blues up this way. And if we do that, Trombone Dalek has made a clip. Thank you, Trombone Dalek. Doot, 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 and doot. If we just do that, then we can... Yeah, we can just do that. That might work. That'll make, instead of 4 houses going to this business, we now have 7 houses going to this business, which is good. Okay. So this light blue is going to get a little less mad about stuff, which is great. We like that. We're still going to have a bridge. Although, one thing I do notice is by drawing this bridge here, I've kind of cut off the possibility of taking any of these motorways and replacing them with bridges of their own. So that's unfortunate. But, you know, if we redraw... Hold on. What if we take this road here that's going over to this business? Oh, I don't actually have any further downness. So yeah, no, I think we're just gonna have to leave all of this nonsense going on here. Also, like, these are like wide flat noodles. This is less spaghetti and more fettuccine, right? I feel like this is more fettuccine or linguine than spaghetti, but I digress. Let's take... let's chop and kill motorway number 5. By chopping and killing motorway number 5, we can grab these 3 dark blues right here, and these 3 dark blues down this way. We bring this all the way over here, down through this gap like so. And now, we have 6 dark blue houses servicing this little business. And that should basically be fine, right? That should basically be fine. This light blue has caught up and is no longer in a death zone. That's good. We got a convenient yellow spawn right here. Convenient yellow spawn right here will make this yellow business's life a lot easier. This yellow business is kind of mad about stuff, which I understand, sadly. Hey, you know what I could do? You know what? It just occurred to me that I could do, which isn't necessarily the best thing, but is going to make life easier for this yellow business. I could put these 2 yellows and these 2 yellows into this roundabout and then run them up this way into a traffic light here. I don't know if I want to do this because I feel like doing this would make these yellows the primary support for this business. And I don't think I want to do that. I think I'd rather not, actually. Mostly because my worry is that with these yellows being the primary support for this business, which it looks like they already are. Give me another bridge. So yeah, these yellows being the primary support for this business means in turn that this roundabout gets bogged down with yellows and this orange business is fucked. So, let's not do that thing, actually. We tried a thing and it didn't work. Live and learn. Hanging on the edge of tomorrow. You are a yellow business that just went circular. That's unfortunate. You're a dark blue that's getting angry about stuff. You're a light blue that's getting angry about stuff. Yay! Everybody's angry about stuff. Okay. What are we gonna do about any of this? It's a good question to which I desperately need answers. Here, toss another yellow in that way. That'll be fine. This light blue's still angry about stuff. I've got, I do have 8,000 more dark blues right up here. Ripe for the dark bluekening. And by dark, I mean light. Why don't the 5 of you just zoop yourselves over this way? Here, have a bunch more zoopy. That should be basically okay. It's not going to solve any other problems on the map, but the good news is I only have like 15 of those. So you can point that way. That'll be one additional house to come down here and motorway into this. This is, we might just be going through a bit of a dark blue rush hour right now, which is unfortunate. Hey, you know what? What if we just flip-flopped motorways 4 and 8? What if we just did that? I feel like that'll probably wind up killing things, but on the off chance it doesn't, it'll get more houses going to this circle and fewer going to the square, which is probably for the best. Give me a bridge, just in case we're not ultrally dead. I feel like we're probably just ultrally dead. We're not merely dead, we're gonna be ultrally dead. Really most sincerely dead. Oh boy. Hi, are you gonna survive this? No, you're not. No, you're dead. Okay. Alright, you're quite dead. Sad. Okay. So 3,716 commuters over 99 days. That's a number of days. It is true. Top 15% in the world, but Sam has already put the Samurai Slams in the chat. He is number 6. Good job, Sam. 5,209. My goodness. My goodness, that's a score. Also, for those who watched Wednesday's episode, which actually went up on YouTube yesterday, because I'm dumb, we wound up 2nd instead of 1st on Wednesday. Sad times. But hey, still, a very good run that was. Not so much today. Drop those slams in the chat if you've got them. And now, we shall bring our very good friend, the Wordle. Hello, the Wordle. How are you doing on this day? You are not centered on the OBS browser for some reason. Oh, it's because your window has been sized irregularly. Well, you'll be fine. Let's make words and stuff. Hooray! We make holes in teeth. Ow. It could be cheat. It's not, but hey, we've learned a few things. It could be basic. Now, granted, that's not a word, but aside from that minor issue, ow, You know what, Trombone Dalek? It could be sauce. Could absolutely be sauce. It is not, but again, in the moment it could have been. So it doesn't start with, well, it doesn't end with E. It can't be enema, because we know that the third letter isn't E, which is good. It could be media. It could certainly be media. It's not, but hey, we finally put the E in the correct position. So, and I don't think there are very many words that begin AE, so we're going to assume that it's something EA, something something. Something like yeast, except it can't be yeast because there's no S and no T. Or something like reach, except it can't be reach because there's no C and no H. Or something like leery, which is, you know, an actual word that it could have been. Interesting. Oh, I couldn't immediately think of a word that fits this and ends with L, and then I did. We made a SpongeBob reference earlier. Here's Mr. Krabs' daughter. Pearl is a perfectly fine 5-letter word. Totally the Wordle. Let's draw some connections, shall we? Good God, that's bright. Oh, eye pains. Oh, my kingdom for a dark mode. So, let's see here. Fantasy and treasure are islands. Love Island is a reality show. Let's see here. Position, meet, Shutter. Shutter Island, that's a movie. These are all fictional or perhaps reality television islands. Yeah? Yeah! Good job. Browser dark extension. Yeah, but they're bad. I've tried a bunch of them for connections in Firefox, and they're all bad. And they're not just, oh, we'll do dark mode for this one site. It's like, oh, we'll do dark mode for everything. I want dark mode for everything. I want dark mode for connections. And also strands. Strands is also bright. Effort. Effort, Sam. All right. Let's see here. So, we got lots of camera terms here. We've got zoom, lens, exposure, and perspective. And actually, that might just be it. It's zoom, lens, zoom, lens, perspective, and exposure. Now, granted, you can also like put your camera in a position and have a press that prints your photos. Attention, coverage, press, and exposure. You know what, Sam? I think you might be onto something here. Attention, coverage, press, and exposure. These are all words that mean publicity. So, yeah. But zoom, lens, angle, and perspective. Oh, yeah. Well, hold on. No, wait. Zoom, Teams, Meet, and Slack are all workplace group productivity chat app things. Yeah, that. Which leaves position, lens, perspective, and angle as our catch-all camera terminology bucket. Huzzah! For today's game of strands, the theme is This Is the Place. Okay. Cool. Let's see here. Well, we can... Oh, no, I thought that was meld, but no, it is not. This is the place. Huh? Well, I see Vine. That's probably... It's not an extant place anymore. You know... It's also, I think it costs money to be like a proper game subscriber. I don't think there's just a free subscription that lets you cover all the things, but also effort and fuck the New York Times as principle, even though I give them web traffic every day we do this. Might need to rethink that at some point. I'm sure it's fine. Sure, it's totally and completely fine. Doot and doot. All right. I see fine, and I see fines, and I see find. I see here. I see Buff. He's got the stuff. And we can film, or we could have films. None of this is actually helping me find, like, the actual... Wait a second. I thought I saw Biloxi, which is a city, so we were going for city names, but no. Sadness, failure, and no. Alright, Well, what's our plan then? Trombone Dalek sees city, which... Oh, wait, the Spangram is totally just city name. Okay. Was I misspelling Biloxi? Did I have the wrong Biloxi? Huh. Well, here's Buffalo. That'll get us started at least. Oh, this is Phoenix. The presence of Biloxi is just a coincidence. Okay. Alright, fine. Ow. Ow, ow, my eye. Ow, 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 my eye. And over here, we have Mobile. That's in Alabama, don't you know? And this is Boulder from Colorado. Back down here, in the southern side, we have Denver, which I can probably spell correctly at some point. Nope. Hold on. We have Denver. Nope. Ow. We might not actually have Denver. It might just be a coincidence that we have Denver. Ow. Well. Okay. I see river. There's Bend. Bend. We're going with a city named Bend. Okay. There's Riverside and Bend. It's a city named Bend. Okay. Alright, fine. We're gonna go with that as though it's not complete and total garbage. Whatever. Well done, Strands. For today's Immaculate Grid, we need Astros, Dodgers, Cubs, Twins, Dudes What Made the All-Star Game, and Dudes What Are in the Hall of Fame. A Houston Astro who's in the Hall of Fame is Randy Johnson. Doot, and doot. Houston Astro who made an All-Star Game is Zach Greinke, although I'm not entirely certain that he made an All-Star Game with the Astros. So we're not actually going to say that. Instead, we're going to say Derek Bell. Derek Bell probably made an All-Star Game with the Astros. He definitely did not. Well, this is what I get for not taking the obvious layups of Jeff Bagwell, Craig Biggio, Jose Altuve, Alex Bregman, Lance Berkman, Roger Clemens, Andy Pettitte, Zach Greinke. Anger. I'm sure Derek Bell did make an all-star team, just not with the Astros. He may have made one with the Cubs. You know who else probably did is Derek Lee. He's an all-star with the Cubs. Oh, he never did. Oh, good. That's unfortunate. Derek Bell was good. He was solid. A Los Angeles Dodger, who was also an all-star, is Marcus Lynn Betts. Imagine trading Mookie Betts. Imagine if you had Mookie Betts on your team and then decided, actually, let's not. A Los Angeles Dodger who isn't in the Hall of Fame but should be is Manny Ramirez. A Los Angeles Dodger who isn't in the Hall of Fame but should be is Gary Sheffield. A Los Angeles Dodger who isn't in the Hall of Fame but will be is Clayton Kershaw. So instead of all of those, we'll just say Sandy Koufax, because he's also in the Hall of Fame. He was quite good. Sadness. Okay, that Sam has correctly. A Los Angeles Dodger who is in the Hall of Fame. You were begging it while I was typing Koufax. There's a delay. Also, I'm dumb. Los Angeles Dodger who's in the Hall of Fame is Pedro Martinez. That's a true fact. Listen, is accurate statement. A Chicago Cub who's not in the Hall of Fame, but you can certainly make a case for, is Sammy Sosa. And another one is Rafael Palmeiro. And we did not remember Pedro. We did not remember Pedro. It's sad. Sadness and failure. It's hardly worth going on. But we will. Hopefully. If I can remember a single goddamn Chicago Cub who's in the Hall of Fame other than Ernie Banks. Not entirely sure Mark Grace got in. I think he did. And actually, we've already failed, so here. Mark Grace get in? Mark Grace did not get in. He wasn't quite that good. Okay, fine. Mark Grace was good, but not, amazing or anything. Fine. Now we must name one, and exactly one, Minnesota Twin. Sam, I don't know those guys. They're not real guys. You made those up. Those are fake guys. Those are video game guys. Those guys only exist in the show. You know how they use fake names sometimes? Yeah, those guys only exist in the show. Let's see here. I could not name for the life of me a single goddamn Minnesota Twin. Actually, that's not true. I can name some. They just never played for any of these teams. Actually, Jock Jones was a Cub, wasn't he? Feels right. Seems thematically appropriate. It is indeed correct that Jock Jones was a Cub. Okay. I'm sure I do, if I think about it. I also want you to be very careful. It's a good term, Sam. You just have to be very careful with your enunciation if you ever vocalize the term twastro. You need to be very clear what you're saying when you call someone a twastro. Okay? Do that for me. Folks, that is going to do it for us here today on Good Morning Mini Motorways. I expect that next week we will have 3 days of pretty much normal business, and then we'll take Thursday and Friday off. It's possible that I'll try to sneak in an LA Noire stream, maybe Wednesday night, maybe Friday night, maybe like a Black Friday night LA Noire stream, or the subsequent Saturday or something. I don't know. We'll think about it. Until then, thank you as always for watching. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Then it's either what? Fair Game or MKS?
If you vote me, you're fucked. I have 2 wiring tasks left. If you want to just escort me, then I can press the button as soon as we get done with the wires, and we can have 2 people tail people.
What do you have left to do, MKS?
I was in the middle of finishing Water Wheel when you called the
else?
thing.
What else?
And then I think I need to do upload. The last one? Upload, yeah.
I voted MKS because he would know if he did a download.
Okay.
Okay.
That seems really weird to me, but sure.
If you have one more, if you're doing a second half of it, then
yeah,
I like that you would know if you did a download. I had to vote somebody. I voted the guy that I thought
God
it was, and that.
Damn it! Damn it! That's a good read. Damn it! That's a good read. Oh, I'm mad at how good a read that was.